Okay, I'm in for the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in that order. I'm going to get started here. I've got spirituality, getting into the love, sex, and romance zones. So we're going to open that up. Had a little bit of a gap. I had some processing to do this week. Hey, happily. Should have had this done by midweek. But anyway, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Doing okay. Doing good, actually. This will be a good weekend. So right before the weekend, the earth signs here. So again, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in that order. Spiritual into love and sexuality. It is 18 adult. Some of these cards are pretty flashy, so beware. Nice. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start out with Taurus. You'd think I'd have everything in line by now. Okay, starting with Taurus. Here we go. First card into spirituality. 8 of water. This is good. Why? Because so hold on, I gotta move these out of the way here. I thought I put it the right way. Okay, there we go. 8 of water. Okay, this is about being happy and joyful. This is kind of like the sunshine card, only we're lit up from the inside. Give me a minute to scan. We're on Taurus, right? Yeah. We may have finished or completed some lessons here and feeling quite vibrant and happy. Like we feel like we jumped over a hoop here. Making me well aware of those hands. We may be a massage therapist, reflexologist, or some of the sorts, and we may be using our hands a lot. These Taurans, they are earth. They are very, any of the earth signs usually are doing things that are tactile because that's within their element, very cohesive. So they're making me aware of those hands. So we may have healing hands, or this may be where some of our abilities come out through our hands in dealing with other people. We may be nurses, this kind of thing. So that may be highlighted here. Okay. Next card, the child. That is the first card in that deck. It talks about things in their infancy. I think that's where this hits. Can also deal with children as well. We may be, we may be dealing with children in a tactile kind of way, rounding them up. Literally babies is what I'm getting. We may be, some people maybe in a field here where they're babysitting or looking after youngsters in a way, literally rocking a baby to sleep. This kind of thing, and that goes back to here. Goes back to things that make us happy right from the inside out, right? So being around children, it may not be our status quo, but we're enjoying the moments. I think I got this last week for another sign. I wonder if it was the same one. So this is enlivening us to a degree, and building up our heart chakra is really what I'm getting. Next card, interesting. 2 of Earth. So the 2 of Earth, look at her juggling all the eggs, right? So the eggs are about fertility. So keep that in mind because we have child highlighted here. We may have some people planning for children as well. Because in this card that comes out here, it's just the idea of children make us happy, and we may not have them yet. So we may be juggling things to make that happen in our life, preparing for this, okay? So this is Taurus. Yeah, we may have a line here of faith, destiny, or planning. This is where we're headed no matter. Thinking about children in a different kind of way, okay? Next, on top of the happy chakra card, as I like to put it, we have be vigilant. I want to make sure, man, they make these graphics so small, like the 3 here. Is it 3 or 5? It's 3. I have to put it in there to see. Beginning of the deck. Okay. I feel like overall during this time, this reading is good for, I feel like we are in a happy mode. We've conquered something here, a lesson or something, a lesson's come about in a way that has made us very happy. Now be vigilant. It is going forward. So I'm going to use the next card here. Clarifying, nurture all that you love, and look at how it's the same color as the child's card. So yeah, right, be vigilant. Give me a minute here. There's a lot coming. Okay, if we're babysitting and looking after children, this is doing us great good. Be careful. If we're not used to this, be careful for a near miss. And by that, I mean some kind of a, be careful with the children, especially the smaller toddlers or youngsters that are in walking. Like this one's walking, but you can't see her feet. They're saying, you know, be careful because we're not steady on them, right? This kind of thing, we could have an incident. So just, I'm getting that as a warning. And nurture all that you love. I feel like, again, somebody's preparing for bringing children into their life here. As in wanting to partner with their mate and have children. Okay? And I feel like nurture all that you love. It's interesting, these two dragons are, the energy's going back and forth. Be vigilant. What about those that you love, especially toddlers and youngsters? There may be something coming out, like we may be able to prevent a situation here over the weekend even. Okay, so be careful. Again, there's curiosity. They're showing me the bird, how we get go off, trail off. Beware of that. Something about losing children or them tripping up literally on things and getting hurt. Okay. On the Two of Earth, which I symbolize here, or symbolize, the eggs symbolize a sense that we want to, you know, we may want to gain some fertility here for some people. And learning new tools in this way. Yeah. On top of there, sorry, kind of zoning out. 41, share your thoughts. So, okay. They're warning me to warn you that if we need to talk to our partner, because some people may be wanting a pregnancy and planning for this, but not talking to the partner. They're going to share with the partner what you want here. Make sure we're both on the same page. So may have some surprises there. I don't know if the pregnancy is the surprise, but the sense is the news may come as a surprise to the partner. So we want to make sure that everything's cohesive there. We want to share with the partner what we want so that we're both on the same page. The sense I'm getting is we may not be exactly, there may be some compromise here needed. Like somebody wants a baby now, we may have to kind of adapt to the partners. Not that they don't want, but that they might want to do it at a later date. Plan for future. Okay. So lots of children here, like baby energy and somebody thinking about babies and that kind of thing. Okay, so on the be vigilant, which again I get, watch the toddlers. One, that they don't run off, and two, that they don't trip up and get hurt. Look at risk. Yeah, I don't look at these cards. They're all upside down when I just flip them as I go. Give me a minute, because that's two cards on there. You've got to be careful here. We may come across a child who is at risk for either running away and getting hurt or getting hurt somehow by running. Okay, like they're unsteady on their feet is what I'm getting. And they either bump into something that creates a situation here. So be aware of that. Okay, next. Nurture all that you love. Again, these children, right? If we're babysitting children, this is creating great joy for us in the heart center. And if we're planning for children, again, needing to cooperate with our partner here, we have invisible on nurture all that you love. Okay. and the child, because the child's energy is the most powerful thing pushing all this energy along. Nurture all that you love. What do we love? We want to have children. This is the idea that we want to bring them forward so we can nurture them, is the sense I'm getting. Now, when we get invisible on top of that, the sense they're giving me is we may feel invisible in this relationship creating a baby, so we have something to deal with. Now be careful with that energy, because that is codependence, right? And if we're not prepared, yeah, that's codependence. We need to be out of that in order to have the right kind of flow here. But nonetheless, give me a minute. There's something here about wanting to love and nurture, right? And maybe it's someone in the relationship. It may not even be you. Maybe the partner, the Taurus's partner, feeling invisible. Because we may have plans. Okay, I'll shoot you a scenario here. We may have plans in our mind, for a younger couple, we want to have a child. So we are getting dreamland fueled by this energy. It's making us feel happy, right? From the inside, like porpoises, what do you call that? Dolphins, happy like dolphins. Now, the risk they're going, be aware as well. The risk can be having children, making ourselves happy and not the partner, and the partner not being a part of that. Somewhere here's somebody in the partnership, either the Taurus with their partner or the partner with Taurus, feeling invisible. Now, is this the solution they're going to come up with? Be careful with that energy. That can be troublesome. Share your thoughts. Again, very much needing to share our thoughts with the partner. So if there's somebody presuming their partner wants, just because they had a discussion 6-8 months ago, a year ago, or whatever, that they want a baby, and it kind of was not, I feel the sense they're giving me is it wasn't discussed enough. We didn't get to the bottom of things with the partner. One person here is out of the loop, and they may have even changed their mind, meaning they may want children, but not in the plan. I'm getting like not right now. And the Taurus may be on the track right now. I'm feeling like we're feeling the tick, 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 and all of this stuff. So be aware that you can thwart some heavy duty tower moments if we talk to the partner and adjust things. Because I don't feel it's like, no, I don't want like deal breakers. I don't feel, it's just we need to make some adjustments, either time or financial restraints, this kind of thing. Okay. On top of share your thoughts, we have the moon. Yes, because moon is about secrets, things that we don't know, things that are hidden from us. And I get the sense the Taurus is not got a lot of information here that they should have in order to move forward, especially if we're talking about dealing with babies here. This seems to be all in the forefront. We're just baby clothes, baby things, and you get in that mode when you're in the mood, right? Or, the clock, tick, tick, tick. That's all we see. That's all that jumps out at us. But there's something to do with the partner here feeling invisible. So we need to make that partner more visible, bring them out, and make them a part of the plan. Because I feel like that's not happening. I feel like the Taurus is planning and going to kind of spring it on them. And it's like, oh no, that would be a great disaster if we left it like this. There's things that need to be discussed here. And again, I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think but we just have to make some adjustments. Okay, on the risk. 8 of Wands. Yeah, we're getting into a new energy, so I can clear these off. 8 of Wands is about quick, fast movement. She is ascending. It shows in this deck ascending. These can also be the arrows of love as well. There's a lot of Taurus is in a lot of good high vibe energy, happy-go-lucky kind of stuff here. So the 8 of Wands is for those that are single. It's about communications coming in, possible connections. Excuse me. And for those that are in relationships, it's a lot of communication, busy activity going back and forth. The next card is the Princess of Coins. That's like the Page of Coins. She's building, trying to learn skills in a new area. Well, if you become a mother, this is going to be all new area to you. I feel the sense here that we may have some people, some Taurans, coming across a pregnancy, no matter if they share it with, they may not have time, is the sense I'm getting with this card. May not have time to share it with the partner. But we do have to explain to the partner what happened, like a pregnancy that come in that hasn't been discussed. Okay, this is what I'm getting, afterthoughts here. The Princess of Coins is about preparing and learning new skills, right? And if we're having babies, that'd be in the mothering area. But I do feel if she's a Princess of Coins, she is somewhat financially on her way. She has a game plan here, financially, how to get forward. So this is, I feel like she can catch the ball here. She's not going to be down and out, right? Because she's kind of planned herself for this. Partner, maybe not so much, but we'll see. Next card, Knight of Swords. Well, what do you know? That is interesting. They go, notice the direction he's leaving in her. She's, give me a moment. Yeah, something has come down really quick here on the Taurus. In order for her to make some decisions forward, she may have to gain new skills in this area. There's a Knight of Swords leaving her. They're going, that energy's leaving. Now, if this is the scenario is picking up on where we have a dude, we got pregnant, he's not sticking around, is the sense I'm getting, unfortunately. I hope that's not the case. And we'll see as we put some more cards here. I'm going to go into masculine and feminine, see if we can't, hopefully it'll flip around. Because I really got a sense here we need to discuss things, but the guy is taken off here. And though there is discussions, I feel like this is almost actions and things coming in. May even be. Yeah, I feel like it's communications now. Interesting. I don't know if, yeah, we're going to keep going. Okay, 8 of Wands. What do we get on there? Get a masculine energy talking about discovery. Yeah, news here. We made a discovery. Now, did we make a discovery about a pregnancy? Could be. Princess of Coins. We got home. What does that affect? The home. It does, absolutely. The the princess, she's not very stable, but she does take her finances into account, and she works hard to start to build them and gain knowledge and whatnot. Whatever this news is that came down, and again, it could be a pregnancy, it highly affects things in the home front. Okay? To a degree, we may have someone leaving us because of it. Now, this could also be not necessarily a partner. Could have been, because they're showing me like roommates got to go. I need that extra room now. You know, that kind of thing, where we got to make adjustments. Suddenly, I can't house the friend or whatever. You got to find a new place. You got 9 months, or whatever, or 654, whatever. I feel like that may be more. I don't know. I'm trying to sugarcoat here, I think. Knight of Swords. We have confidence. Whatever it is we discovered, I feel like they go, that can be the Taurus energy as well. We're going to go forward confidently with the changes that need to be made. Again, if this is a baby thing, I don't get the energy of the partner here so much. If I get something leaving, and again, that doesn't have to be a partner. It can be like roommates or that kind of thing. On top of the discovery, okay, we're getting into the dip between the love and sex side. So on top of the discovery, we had a fortune card. So what's the fortune card for Taurus? It's talking about natural endings, about take care with your health. Yeah. Again, watch out for toddlers here. This coffin is about endings. I feel like, yeah, somebody here is either, I feel both. I feel a partner taken off. Either a partner took off and then we found out they were pregnant, or um, they're going, remember, the discussion has not happened. I was going to say, or they told the partner and they took off. They're going, no, the partner does not know. So we may have had someone leave because we got pregnant. They don't know we're pregnant. They didn't leave because we're pregnant. They just left because it wasn't working or something, some other reason. Okay. So there is an ending here, and it affected the home. We may have been living together, or we may have been cohabitating, maybe not officially, but they were there enough that they were part of the home front, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's go with the animal card to, again, veer into the sex side. We have the fruit bat, the flying fox, and it talks about kindness. I'm going to go with the planetary card to help me out here because I don't know where that sits. Eclipse in Aries, collaborations, boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. 5 and 2 is 7. Now, this is interesting. So, again, they're going, yes, one of our partners left. And there's some kind of a pregnancy that is ensued here. The fruit bat, flying fox here. Again, that's about kindness. I feel like what might be happening here is we may have gotten pregnant by someone, and then we're getting cooperation from those around us. Okay, so if we had a roommate scenario, again, there's so many ways this could hit. It could be a roommate leaving in order for us to have this baby, and then somebody moving in to help support. Could be family, could be mother, could be whatever. There's something here about kindness given to the Taurus during this time of change. Okay. And Aries is about movement and taking action. They're talking about collaborations, right? Boosting relationships. Now, it's interesting to me. I get someone fleeing, but also a lot of support and someone staying. So we'll see where that hits in the love sex side here. Find out physically if okay, on the sex side, first card, 3 cups, abundance, and that is about celebration. So again, I'm staying with the storyline of baby. I feel like somebody's very happy that they are pregnant. They may, again, I don't get a, that doesn't necessarily mean that the person's not there, but the circumstances why I wouldn't pick up that energy are not good. It means we don't have any heartstrings for that person, and we may be using them to gain a baby, or could be something like a fertility thing. We may have had a donor that we don't have contact with, right? Things like this. So it's just a different, I'm not getting a partner here who co-created here. I don't feel them being a part of it, but we'll move on. Maybe he'll come in down the road here. Next, what do you know? King of Pentacles. So this is a king. Now, interestingly, he's the top of the heap. He's responsible. Again, this is our element. I feel like this is our energy. We are going to be responsible for this, partner or no, is the sense. And this is the way we went in. They're going, we went in this way. So don't think that we didn't think that this might happen, hope for the best and prepare for the worst kind of thing, is the sense I'm getting here. So next card, High Priestess. What do you know? She has intuitive knowledge. Now, there may have been intuition here somewhere along the line that helped guide us to prepare, is what I'm getting. And again, I feel a celebration of things. So, we may have had actually someone come in that we have, how do you say this? Not that we don't have no heart ties, but we don't have it wasn't a, there's a name for that. Like a donor, but someone that we know donor, like a friend donor that agreed to do this and then step aside for that Taurus takeover. It's a new way, right? So yeah, there's a lot of scenarios here, but nonetheless, what they're saying to me is that this Taurus knew full well in the beginning they were prepared to take it on themselves if they needed to. So they kind of looked at the worst case scenario and said, I'm okay with that. And away they went. Now, abundance. This is about celebrating with people that we care about things that are, happy celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, babies, birthdays. What do you call that? Christenings, this kind of thing. Now, on top of that, we're getting into the romance side. We get the Eight of Cups now. Isn't this interesting? Because I flipped this energy over. This is about waiting. Notice there's two people there. Well, there's three altogether. I feel like the middle person is the Taurus, and the other two are there to support. I feel like there's some people behind the Taurus, not just, again, no partner here that I can pick up on energetically. So again, I'm not understanding that. But there's a lot of support for her. I'm getting it's a female energy. Well, obviously, if she's pregnant, get with it. And this kind of thing. It's hard when you can change the masculine and feminines, right? But I feel like that's the Taurus in the middle, waiting, either the 9 months, whatever, and there's family and friends there supporting this wait, and they're very excited that this is happening. Okay. So on top of this King of Pentacles, again, I feel like this is the strong, stable place that the Taurus is coming from. Nonetheless, they have prepared. So they know. Now we have the Queen of Wands on top of that. And this is a fire element. This woman, she's reeling about her day. Oh, how things have gone right. And, there's evidence here of a man, top hat, cane, and flowers. Like she's been blown away, but again, no supporting character. Now, it could be another earth sign, but I get guided. No, this is the Taurus energy. They're strong and sturdy, and they're taking responsibility for their position at this point. This is them again in the energy of, I'm so happy I'm pregnant and just dreaming about the day that it comes, waiting and dreaming. Okay, this is what I'm getting. On the High Priestess, we get the Hanged Man. Now that's interesting, because the High Priestess is about knowledge that we may keep inside. And again, I feel like there's a different way that this went down. I feel either we had a Taurus here that kind of planned for a pregnancy with someone that they knew they weren't going to end up with, or the possibility was high that they wouldn't end up with this person for the long term, but they wanted a child, and this is what has happened, and now we're celebrating that fact. Now, the two, again, keeping things on the down low somewhat. Secrets that we know. The Hangman comes at a time when time is suspended. Now, this may be the 9 months until, may be very kind of suspended for the Taurus, and it may be a need to look at things from a different perspective. Now, what I'm getting from the Taurus here is that the perspective that they're looking from is pretty okay. Like they seem to be dealing. They have resources. So it seems to be okay. Again, not picking up on a partner. Okay. We may even be adopting, but there's time we have to wait. We may be, what do you call that? Where we have someone else have a child and we're waiting for that too. What do you call that? Surrogate. Thank you. Surrogate. We may be in a surrogacy kind of situation here as well. Okay. So 8 on the waiting. What do we get there? And they asked me to flip this deck for this one. We have the Queen of Shields. Remember we had the Page of Shields earlier here. If I can find her. And that is about learning new skills, right? This is her. Learning new skills and gaining abilities. Queen of Shields, she's, look at her. Yeah, they're going, this may be a little more taxing. than we give credit for. But again, the Queen of Shields is inspecting her pentacle. Do I have enough? And the rabbit's just sitting there, right? The rabbit can symbolize fertility, high sexuality, can also, because he's sitting there, symbolize a lack thereof. So that would bring me down the road of people that are actually having the baby, okay? Nonetheless, there's a pot in the background there bubbling. It's cold outside. And the feeling I get is that we're going to be pregnant through the cold here, right? We're going into it here on North America. Maybe hard on us. Usually I don't get this from this card, but they're just giving it, channeling it really. This person is really going to have a hard time with the pregnancy, I feel. It's going to be physically draining for them to a high degree. They said, make sure you tell them to a high degree. We're going to have to stay on our nutrition and whatnot. We may have to keep close contact with the doctor during this time. Again, if we get a surrogacy, the mother will be going through this and needs support through it. And for those that are pregnant, I feel the support is there, but we're just really going to be not expect the drain that we get from this. It's not expected because, right, a lot of people, baby making, that's the fun part. But after, there's a lot of unexpected things, and everybody's system handles differently. That's what I'm getting. Not expected. May not have even had the mother to be able to express, well, I didn't go through that. You know, maybe even, I don't know, it's like a swear word, but postpartum depression, this kind of thing. So be aware of that. Try and keep up on the vitamins at least, and see how that goes. Now, on this being blown away, I feel like this is, finally it's true. I feel like somebody's really just, a dream come true is to have a baby, to get pregnant. So now this happened. We're going to be going through some energy here. And I mean, the first 3-6 months, right, are kind of hellish. Now, on top of that, Queen of Wands, we have the Four of Wands. Now, this is interesting because this talks about stability. Again, I'm not picking up on a partner. So that either means that the Taurus does not think about the partner. They're just thinking about the baby and themselves. That's it. But there could be a partner there. They're just not attached to them in that way. Or that there's literally no partner there because of the scenarios I just went over. Okay, so the Four of Wands is about a stability, and it is about bringing things together. It's also about harmony. And whether we have partner or not, in creation of this, we do have harmony around us. Again, yeah, I'm getting a depressed mode. We're going through this. We're happy, we're happy we're pregnant. And then all of a sudden the physical symptoms hit. And we do not expect them to, it kind of takes us down. So we're going to have to really take care of ourselves through this. Not expected, right? That part. On the hang time, that may be too, we may have be physically out of sorts more than we planned for. So if we're planning to work through things, this may not go as planned because we cannot work because we were sick more often than we gave credit in our manifesto, right? We didn't make plans for that kind of thing. But nonetheless, there's people around to support us. I get that highly, okay? Now, on the hang time, what do we get? 9 of Shields. Yeah, that is about being single and loving it. So someone here is preparing to be a single mother. They've got the whole pregnancy thing down, and now we're going and struggling through the physical pain of the whole process, which they didn't bet on, but they're going to enjoy it as much as they can, is the sense I'm getting. And we're doing it alone, but not without support. That's what they're saying. Okay. So I'm going to get deeper into the sex cards here. Now on the Queen of Shields, again, that rabbit sitting there looking at her. They're really emphasizing that. And again, rabbits can be a sign of sexual activity, highly active, right? Because they say like rabbits. So this slows right down. I feel like there may either, there may be no desire for this, or a desire that may be put on hold, okay? Especially if we're not feeling to the highest degree. Now, yeah, maybe being physically ill here over the process. Usually the first second into the second trimester, you start easing up on that. But um, more than we planned, like we just thought we could just breeze through it. It's just not the case. Yeah. Okay. On top of that, the sex side here, we have 21, the world. That is that is about completions of cycles in a sexual way. Yeah, I feel like really what they're showing me there is, yeah, the physical cycle of, okay, I'm getting right into it. Physical cycle of sexual contact that this Taurus is in is not going to be the same from here on in, right? Obviously, if you have a child, it's going to change. So that's, I think, the cycle they're highlighting here, because I'm like, what cycle's over? And they go, well, the way that we were single in the past now is going to be different, right? With child and all of that. So we can no longer be as open and free in that area. So that will change. Now, on the Four Wands, which is the stability, the harmony that's going to be surrounding them, whether they're in a relationship or not. What do we get there? We get the Queen of Swords. Now, it's interesting to me, the Queen of Swords, right? She's got a lot of heart problems. She's got a lot of stabs in her heart she has to deal with. So there may be some things relationship-wise that we may have just learned and need to tap into. Things that have gone on that we may be blocking ourselves away from the truth, because they're showing that sort of truth and they're going, we're not going there. We're not going there. So we may have, we got 9 months to think. So we may have some things floating through our mind, but may not want to deal with some issues about relationships and about the hurt that we gained in relationships. This may be part of emphasis on no sex from here on in. Not only having a child that creates that, but even before we have that child, there's a sense here of shutting her down in the physical area. Okay. Now on the single side here, what do we get? Seven of Pentacles. That is about a broken tie. These people, if you notice, there's a tie coming off her wrist. They are not tied, but they're intimately engaged. So we may be, that may be part of the problem, right? With all those stabs, is that we intimately engage with people that we are not tied to, or, had a situation where we just busted apart from someone here that we were with physically. And again, pregnancies, right? Highlighted here. Okay, on top of the 21, the world, we get the Tower. Yeah, that ending did not come so swiftly, I think. Also, it's interesting where I get the sickness, right? So the Tower, there may be some shocking things here. The pregnancy itself may be shocking. I feel for somebody here, they're very happy to have this. But this may be where the partner's energy comes in, the Tower. Shocking news, right? So we'll move forward on the Queen of Swords. Again, someone not wanting to deal with some intimacy issues here or relationship issues altogether. It's like we're jumping. We're going to focus on creating a family, even if it's a single mother scenario. We get the 10 of Cups on top of that. Now that is interesting because that signifies happy family with a partner, children. There's more than one here, by the way, so we could be having twins. But nonetheless, is this our dream? What's going on here? Because there's a lot missing in between there from what I'm getting. Now, we're going to go on to this broken tie. And that usually talks about a soulmate breaking apart. Or, again, the sense I was getting is that we may have been impregnated by someone who was just not someone we were tied to for the long term. We get a 6 of Cups, but it's someone from our past that may have offered us, yeah, Yeah. But it is broken. It is not physically, we're not dealing with this person. And we may not, sense here is 6 of Cups, someone coming back. Now, we may get into a position here because I really do feel I feel someone's getting pregnant and they're all alone in it. And they're all alone in the physical stuff and all of that. But we have family support, but not partner support for whatever reason. Now I get the 10 of Cups as the focus. Are we wishing that our partner come together with us? Or I'm going to move a little further down the road here because the sense I'm getting to is we may be doing this to trap someone from our past that has left. And I'll be careful with that energy, but it's too late if that's the scenario. Now the Tower. Somebody's going to find this news shocking. I don't think it's going to be the Taurus. I think it's going to be those outside of the Taurus. I think there's an inner circle here of family and friends, close friends, that know and supportive and very loving about it. But somebody here is shocked. And again, I don't get the partner's energy. So on top of the Tower, I get the Magician. Ooh. Because the Magician can be a great and wonderful energy. Let me explain. This man is very much got his hands around her, very much in a control position. His power over her, and she trusts him to be in power. But when you have Tower energy backing that, it means that someone may have power over us to a shocking degree. Now, let me suss this out. Because the sense here is the man sees the woman, but the woman can't necessarily see the man. Somebody here is not getting a clear view, but somebody else. Somebody has a power position here and wherever it sits. And this could very easily work into manipulative energy. But I'm going to just say it like that, benefit of the doubt. Now, the 10 of Cups, because the underlying energy that I'm getting before I flip another card is that we may have gotten someone pregnant because we want to start a family with them. But again, we didn't have the discussion. So somebody took off or somebody's gone. They're not letting me in on what's going on there. On top of the 10 of Cups, we get the 2 of Swords. This can be about indecision. Now, this can also signify, again, somebody's in power position here, taking advantage of a scenario. I feel it's light. It's right on that line. Right on that line. But somebody knew more about the situation and what it could cause and create more than the other did. So if we had baby making stuff going on here, someone had that scenario in their head that night and knew that was the plan, and someone else didn't. Okay? Hey, thanks. All is good. So the 2 of Swords here, that's about someone like he's undressing her. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, checking in, doing the checkmate. But again, we got to be careful with this energy. It can be very manipulative. Now, I'm not getting it strongly with these 2 cards because I'm getting a check-in here. But it's undercurrent. Okay. 6 of Cups, this could signify that this person that we had the baby with or we had fraternizations with to create babies, this may be someone from our past, okay, that has come back and maybe taken off again. We get the 4 of Swords there. Again, I got a sense somebody's gone. So somebody's highly disappointed here. It's interesting to me that we have the beginning phases here. Both are closed, so there's a high trust of things going on. And then here, it's the second level of undress. We're going to slowly, and the sense I get is here step by step by step. And then we got babies coming all of a sudden. So I don't know exactly where the disappointment comes in. It may be that we had someone leave or that it busted apart and that we're single through this whole process. But again, I felt like there was an underlying current. Taurus kind of was prepared either way. So this is the energy that's sitting here. It's kind of a splat. It's just there. So this may be something you're thinking about. Now, if this is going into the future, and I do tend to do that, go 2 to 3 weeks in the future, because I just looked at a reading and it's coming true. It was 2 weeks ago. So give it 2 weeks here, but we can thwart. I feel like there's more discussion needed to be had in order to thwart this disappointment. We need to talk to this person from our past about what happened here, if it has not happened already. Something here, again, I feel disconnection from the Taurus. But anyway, okay, that is the scenario. Hopefully this helps you in some kind of way. The surrender card. Surrender to passion, it says. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly and focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Well, isn't that something? Yeah, again, the baby thing kind of throws everything off. Because when we get into the baby part, they're like, yeah, we need discussions. Yeah, we need, it feels like it's one-sided. One person wants a baby, the other one wants, but not now. Like it's going to throw them off financially. They're not prepared financially. They're not prepared emotionally. Not now. So I feel like the discussion never happened. I feel like there's things coming down the pipe. But nonetheless, they're wanting you to dive into your passion, whatever that is. Okay. So hopefully that helps you this week. It's really kind of, there's a lot in there. I'm just going to go over the first, because there's a lot of, like we start out the week here it's in our joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, right? And we're thinking about fertility and babies and children. So be aware of that energy and make sure you communicate that highly to the partner and keep it above board. Otherwise, towers, and I did say, right, tower can come down here if we don't discuss. So again, if it hasn't happened to you yet, indulge your passions to stay safe. But again, that's all I can say. I can't say no more. I'll just leave it at that. It's like just there's the cards. They're on the table. Okay, next 47:35. I do that to do timestamp. Virgo and then Capricorn. So here we are. Okay, Virgo, spiritual, first card. 17, journey. We are taking off light to dark, dark to light. What are we doing here? Where are we going? And a need to choose is what they said between these two energies quite highly. There's something going on here. We need to choose what path we're going to take here. Where are we going to go forward? Okay, this is what I'm getting. Next card. Wow. 6 of fire. That's about focus and what do you call that? Yeah, we've got a target here. We're going to try and hit it dead on. There is a path here that's lit up. It's just, it's, how do you say, it's not assured, right? So we want to go down and we got our sights set. Again, it has to do with light and dark here. I feel very much, I want to say Sagittarius, you may be dealing with a fire. I feel very much for the Virgo that they're needing to tackle some things here head on. They go, that's appropriate. That's appropriate. Okay, next. 3 of air. That is about gaining knowledge. Yeah. See, that is the thing. It's like we have a direction, but we got to do a little bit of knowledge here. Or we got to gain a little bit of knowledge here. We're not quite schooled in this area. We don't feel like we've got enough information to make the decision yet. They're going, this is correct. So we're going to do that. We're going to look for whatever we need to make the right decision. We're going to make the right decision here. Has to do with good and bad, light and dark, right and wrong choices here. We don't want to make the wrong choice, so we're working diligently to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay. On top of the journey card, again, time to ground. So we may have some thoughts in our head going off. Yeah, they're showing me. They are showing me. Dreaming of both, like putting scenarios in our head of both, and then trying to like ability to ground. And that's the information they're going, do we have this information? It's factual, or is this presuming? This kind of thing. I feel like those facts we got rolling around in our head, we got to make sure they are grounded so that we can go correctly and hit the target dead on, right? So I feel like ground is about grounded information that comes from those people, or not comes from those people. It's grounded information that comes from the area that we want to gain more information about. We want to make sure that that is the truth, not speculation, not presuming. Presumptions is what they're saying. Now, on this Sag card, again, the ability to focus on something, I want that, but I need to learn a little more about it. We get embrace the dark. Well, wouldn't you look? Give me a minute. Because this is the choice, left or right. Where are we going to go? We're at the trailhead. Light or dark. And interesting, they're going embrace the dark. Now, I feel like the dark is within them. They're going embrace that dark side you've learned and go forcefully, or not forcefully, confidently into the light, the right, but also, okay. Yeah, they're going also, there's some lessons here that, okay, we may be leaving one scenario to go to another, okay? We don't know much about this direction other than we want to go in it. And we may have some lessons here about this side of things. Hold on. Embrace the dark. It's like we got to take the lessons we learned about the negative side of what we've been through and take it forward, right? Take our lessons that we learned through the sludge of whatever our past was made of and bring it forward, right? Ground it out. Bear with me here. It's kind of complicated. I feel like this has to do with looking at the darker side of what I've learned here through going forward, because I feel like we can't just look at the light side and go in the light side. It's like we have to take some of our lessons from the gritty stuff that we had happen to look at the dark stuff in either the relationship we came from, the job, whatever it is. We have to look at that dark stuff and take those lessons forward, because those are the ones we kind of want to bat off. We don't want to look at. We don't want to. We have to look at that because we have to ground it out, deal with it, and then move forward, knowing full well, right? Okay, so the dark side. Embrace the dark, the lessons that you learned from things that hurt and things that were of a negative cycle. We got to take that forward. On the learning, we get do not fear the unknown. Yeah, and see, that is what they're going into, right? They are going into a territory here where they need, it's like, we don't know enough. They're going, don't fear it. Just go toward it. We will learn as we go. This is what they're saying. I'll leave it at that. Kind of took over there. Okay, so on top of the grounding, what do we get? Wow. Choices. Yeah, what do you know, right? Choices here and choices there. Black and white, black and white. I feel like the Virgo is really astute when it comes to, they should know here, good and bad. They're highlighting the moon with the bird going through. Just give me a minute there. Moon is about those things that are hidden. Now it is in crest here, not full. Yeah, they're going being illuminated. We feel we are not illuminated enough to go forward here. They're going, we are illuminated to know that this is the right way to go. We just may not have all the information, and that should not scare us from moving forward away from things that we know we do not prefer. Okay, boom, there it is. Okay. Next, on top of embracing the dark, what do we get for success? There you go. We got our diploma in making a decision. And I feel like the Virgos, that's their thing, man. Like, give me a decision, I'll make it. You know, but suddenly, and it may be in the love zone, right? Suddenly, when it's in a certain type of zone here, we don't know, we got to sit a little longer than normal. But the consensus is make the right decision here, no matter. I feel the problem here is that we feel like where we're going, even though it's the right choice, because we're leaving something of darker energy or lower vibration, we're going to go to something higher, but we just don't know enough about the higher here. Like, we don't want to, and they're going, we'll learn as we go and have faith that we can make the decisions when they come up. That's what we need, because we do not want to fear the future, because it misses out on opportunity, right? And that's what I'm getting here. So what do we get after the knowledge and not fearing what you don't know? We have forbidden. So to a certain degree here, there is stuff that is not meant for you. Like, you just won't gain that information before you go forward. So you're going to have to go forward without that information, and you learn it as you go, is the sense they're giving me. And that's the sense that the Virgos really, that's what they don't like. They don't like that feeling of, I don't want to go unless I know a little more. And they're going, oh, it's just on that line where they want to tread, where they feel confident going forward. They don't have, but they're going to do it, is the sense that I'm getting here, because we have success. But again, there's stuff here that they're just not going to gain. It may be at the speed that they want, or the pace, or something here is going to, they're not going to gain it the way they want it. Any knowledge, because this is under the knowledge cards, right? Gaining that new knowledge. Don't be scared. Don't fear the unknown, right? So they're going, we're going to have to go forward. We made that decision to go forward without the information, because a lot of it is forbidden at this time for us to gain. It may, and they're showing me a stretch of time, like it may be something we have to learn over time with this person. So we have to get in there to figure it out. And that may be just part of our path to do that. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to get into the, how am I doing here? Can I fit? Chakra cards. On top of the choices, I feel like they do end up making the right decision. Just feeling very uncomfortable in it. Ooh, we have the devil. Look at this. There may be some situation here where we may have, I'm going to pull the next one on the success. We have the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor is about taking charge and making decisions, right? We made a successful decision. Why is the devil? The devil's back in the energy of the Emperor. We may be taking too much control here as we move forward. Nonetheless, like I'm feeling like the Virgo's taking over control stance to kind of trick themselves into not feeling that uncomfort, because they don't know. So they're going to kind of bulldoze through it. On top of the forbidden, we get the 10 of Cups. Well, okay, I know exactly where this sits. They're going to fall headlong, head over heels into something emotional. So it's going to happen. They're changing. Just a minute. Yeah, that energy, the Emperor. Okay, the Virgo wants to control things a certain way. He is not going to have control here. I feel like the 10 of Cups is the emotional explosion that comes. Well, this was Virgo, right? Yeah, because ways back, I'm trying not to mesh energies too much. with older readings, but the sense here we might have a love at first sight thing, and then we just all our plans go to hell because we may not fear the unknown, and we may go in areas that, and I feel like the forbidden too is part of the Virgos, that virtue. I don't want to cross a line here. I don't want to, it takes 3 dates before I kiss her, 4 dates before we, whatever. He has an outline here, and it ends up something like an obsessive nature or something, or an over controlling urge, or an urge that we cannot control, because it's like kind of blows things in a way. We go to the feeling I get is a union that comes together, but not in the way that we want it to, meaning we want to go strategically, and things kind of, it goes from basically, look at her 1 cup to the 10, it just blows it. Like either things happen really quick, okay? Okay, we're going to get into masculine, feminine cards. Here we go. First card, self-trust. This is hard because I do feel, see, this is where the Virgo, he or she has a lot of self-trust. I feel like they, on a regular basis, this is quite high for them. But in this situation, I feel like this Emperor is just wanting to rein things in, but something outside of that, it's got to be the Devil card, is overpowering that urge to take things the way the Virgo wants to take it, whether it's virtuous, whatever. Something here, they can no longer trust themselves. So that may be an overwhelming passion with someone they can't trust themselves with, because they just, and maybe, that line, cross that line too soon, whatever, okay? Wow, okay, next card, that's a feminine. This is a masculine. Talking about action now, self-trust and action, yeah. Because the problem here is they have a certain way they deal with things, certain road that they go down, certain way things are done. There's an action that's going to happen here that is not from the way the Virgo usually handles things. Okay, next is play. And that's where it comes from. That's the root. So there may be a sense here, okay, something to do with a past energy and the transition between past energy and future energy. We got our sights on something here. And the mindset of the Virgo is, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to do But the minute they take a step to go in that direction, which is highly aspected, the success card is, yes, we need to go in this direction, maybe even faded, but I don't get that here yet. And then all of a sudden our self-control goes out the window. Our sense of play is up to a 10, which I don't know why that's there, but it's there. They're showing me that's odd because they're usually very stable and very mediocre. Nothing kind of gets them out. So something's got them into a 10 play zone here. Again, could be experience from the past that's throwing them off, out of their element. Okay. As we move into the sex side, we have some fortune cards, and I'm going to lay those down. Now, the fortune card is the world. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. You may be happily single and going out in new areas of your life to pick up on new things. There's a new world, a successful completion of a relationship, and now you're going out to play. And it may have been someone who's been kind of locked in a relationship for a while. They're taking action to go forward in a new way. Planetary card is Pisces, Sun in Pisces, higher purpose. Align yourself with love and wisdom. I feel like this is going to be a challenge for them. I feel that that's what it is. Okay. So this, yeah, it's almost like somebody who's been sprung from a relationship and then they want to go out and they want to play the field. This is the sense I'm kind of getting now that this card come out for some reason. Pisces, that may be the object of because they're going, look, it looks like a bullseye. So you may have someone with a sun in Pisces that you are setting your sights on. may stretch you into your higher purpose here. What does it say? Align yourself with love and wisdom. Yeah, keep that in mind, love and wisdom. Because I feel like the Virgo here's not quite in their grind mode. Okay, so the play, on top of the play card, what do we get? Animal card, transformation, dealing with the sea otter. Yeah, so there's a huge transformation happening for this person in relationship wise, life wise. They're going from one part of their life to another, closing cycles and looking. Yeah, so there's a transformation happening. Simple as that. Okay, getting into the love side. Here we go. First card, Sun and Moon deck. Strength, 9 of Wands. So we're feeling very strong in this. And I do get that from this play card. I get a sense of, well, also the action card, right? I do get a sense that not only do we feel free, but we like the freedom is kind of high here. Plays into the play energy. Moving forward, feel quite confident. Yeah, strength. Okay, next card. Two of Pentacles, change. Well, what do you know? We're dancing the change. So again, when there's Two of Pentacles can come in a reading, we feel very good. We may still be balancing some energies here. So again, the Ten of Cups comes in quite quickly. So we may be still healing from a past relationship or still dealing with a past relationship to some degree. I feel it's completely over. Both people know this, but we're juggling something here. Just it maybe just very close to transition, like we just left it and now we're gonna try something else here. And the Magician, yeah, we want to manifest a new this guy kills me. He's pointing up. It's all in the stars, man. And that's the sense too from this deck, like fire. We're gonna take action moving forward and kind of let the stars align. There's a change here that needs to happen for this man. He feels very strong about going forward. And what do we get on that? Romance Tarot. This is about things that the universe cannot tell you. This is kind of their joker card or their extra card. I put it in there when the universe needs me to know that it's off limits, this energy. We cannot tell you because it is part of their destined path. And if we give them all the cards here, they can possibly sabotage their fate. So there's a sense here that something is very fateful coming down the road. And we can't let you in on that. This next card, change. What do we get there? What is 11? Which is the 11 or whatever. 8 sometimes is justice. Yeah. This is a Libra card. It's also about balance. It's about keeping things in check. It's also about karmic retribution, I feel here. Now, I feel like the change, notice how it's black and white. They're going, yes, we're letting go of darkness in order to balance things out. Now, we've had a lot of experience in this darkness, though we're not dark ourselves. So we need to be balanced out in that. Okay. So there was a sense here playing with something, getting our fingers burnt a little too long, a little longer than we should have been. So we may have to balance this out in a new way forward. Now on the manifestation energy that wants to connect here, the Virgo's trying to go forward quite, where's that card? The energy, right, of this, he's very focused on going forward in a way and a target. This is a woman, by the way, I think by those eyes, but anyway, very focused on going forward to gain. And this is the mental energy of doing that and manifesting something in the physical world. What do you know? We get the 7 of Wands. Now that's about a reunion. And this is what I feel. I feel this is a surprise reunion, meaning it may be a past life partner, or it may be someone that we're not, there's no plan here to meet up with them. They just kind of show up, and it's like, I get a very, like a new breath of air, like a breath of air, fresh breath of air is what I get from this card. So somebody here is a breath of fresh air. Thank you. As we move forward. So we run into someone that's a breath of fresh air after what we've been through, and there's some stuff here that just they have to leave it to fate because it is fated and fateful. So we cannot play with that. It has to come down the way it comes down. Now the strength is behind that, okay? And we have, what do we know? Ace of Swords is about speaking of truth. It can be about victory and about achieving things. Again, this is on our strength. So we have the sense here, right? We have justice right beside us. So the sense here is whatever we went through in the past, we have our truth and our dignity still intact here. Feel like we walked down the line. We know the truth and we stood up for the truth, and that's all that you can do. And that has led us to where we are today. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Truth, speaking truth, living truth. This is what it is. Now, on top of that, justice card, blanking out. Ten of Swords, yeah. We will be justified for all the hurts that we went through. That's the truth is really pushing on to that. They're going, we know everything we need to know here. We do have complete disclosure, as they say. We do have complete truths here. It has not been easy, this ride we've been on here. Yeah. And again, they made me switch for these three cards. They made me switch the three. So on this 7, talks about a reunion, reuniting. Now, again, this could be of someone that we do not know yet, meaning it could be someone we come across that we feel like we've known forever, but we may not actually know them. They may just be a past life person. Now, what do we get there? King of Shields. That is his element. Okay. Because he's trying to manifest, by the way. What? A partner. Now, look at this. Look at the situation going on here. This guy's getting his feet rubbed by a partner. This is what he's trying to manifest. Someone who will tend to his needs. And I don't feel like that's so out of whack. Usually I make fun of that, but I can't do it here. They're going, you can't make fun of it. He deserves to be, he's really gone through hell, this kind of thing. This man has earned his coin, but he's tired. Look at him. He can't even hold it up. He's just tired. He's been through the mill. So to have someone supportive by his side, that's what they're saying. Someone who is caring, compassionate, and understanding. And not only that, knows the truth, will not harm him with it, and is on the same track. Give me a moment here. Yeah, and even though you can look at this in many different ways, you can look at it in a massages kind of way, going, yeah, well, he's getting her to rub her like she's a slave. Blah, blah. No, really, this woman knows the worth of this man, knows he's had a hard, rough day, and that is his throwing. Sit down, I'm going to rub your feet. Someone who's tending to someone else in a caring manner. This is what I get here. Finally, we're coming across someone who does this, who may not be this quote unquote scenario, but someone who tends to us in a way that we've just not been tended to before and in the past. Okay. Well, okay. On as we go one deeper on the strength here coming from behind in our truth, we have strength in our truth. Sex card, we have the Sun. What do you know? I feel like this Virgo is going to be very truthful as they go forward. Now, the Sun is the ultimate O card, right? So being truthful in our physical or in our mental, emotional life will bring great rewards in the bedroom, is the sense I'm getting. It amplifies there because we're truthful. People don't understand this. When you're truthful with a partner and you are, some people see that as vulnerable. I don't see it as vulnerable. I see it as being an equal partner. When you are truthful with that partner, they feel it, they sense it, and it automatically downloads things into your spirituality that come out in the bedroom. When you have more depth to a relationship, it just gets better. And they're talking about the physical side here. It's just better. So I'm getting a sense too that this is a one up for that Virgo as well, is feeling things to a deeper degree, a higher understanding on levels, right? And it translates right into the bedroom. Okay, next card, yeah, on the 10 of Swords. Okay, that's all the betrayal that we've been through, all the stabs in the back that we've taken from past partners, one or many. But I feel like there's one here that just did us in, is what they said. And we just can no longer. And it's not like we didn't try, is the sense they're giving me. Now we have the Emperor on top of that. Yeah, they're going block out. That's a block out of the energy. This is the new way forward. That has, unfortunately, all of those stabs in our back has trained us to become more Emperor, more control. How do you say that in a light way? They're not giving me that. More assertive. Thank you. Being more assertive in our physical life. And it doesn't mean, well, it does mean sex, but for the most part, I feel like just as a human being, as a man, as a woman, whatever, you're going forward more assertively because of the relationship that you went through has brought that out in you. You're able to, that's a lesson we learned, right? From the darkness, this is what, right. Okay. So on the King of Shields, yours, that's the cup, or sorry, the coins. That's your energy. And I feel like I'm getting a masculine energy, but nonetheless, they're going to be tended to here. A deserving energy, finally, like a reward for all of our hardships. Next, we have Knave of Cups. That's the Page of Cups, and he is about jealousy. There's two people in the moonlight behind him canoodling, and he's pissed off because he wanted to be with one of them. No. The black cat is crossing the path, saying bad luck here. So what's going on? Do we have... Oh, okay. Okay, so again, we have a partner coming out of the woodwork, okay? I feel it's past life. I feel it's new to you, but you're going to feel very at home with this person very quickly. Not only that, they're going to have a high tendency to want to treat you good, and you're going to duplicate that back to them in a way that you do, like working and being supportive in that way. This person is going to be very physically supportive to you so that you are da-da-da. Okay, now this page, he comes, I feel like this couple here is the Virgo and their new mate. I feel like this couple here is the Virgo and their new mate. Now, one has someone here that's fighting mad that you're in a new partnership. Okay, so that may be you that has an ex that's losing it, or the partner that you gain here that has an ex that's losing it. But somebody here 2 steps away, or 1 step away, is losing it because they didn't get in on this deal. On the equal reciprocity, the give and take that you have in the relationship. Somebody wanted that from you or your partner. So there's something about that energy in the mix. Okay. On top of the orgasmic material here, we have the Emperor again. Wow. So that is about gaining your ability to stand your ground. I feel like this was not done to a high degree in the past. This is why we've got all our stabs in the back. We did not give forewarnings. We held a lot of things back. We're kind of just staying mum and not standing up for ourselves is what I get. But this is no longer. This new relationship, I feel like it makes us feel, one, like we can, we may have had a past relationship that really squashed our inner emperor, right? We just felt like we couldn't say anything, do anything, whatever. And I don't feel it's because we didn't have the courage, though that ultimately may be, but I feel it's because we just didn't want any argument. We didn't want any fuss, no muss. And It just came down to a degree that this person kind of bowled us over. We're just not going to take it no more. Unfortunately, no. I feel like, yeah, not only in the bedroom, they're going in the bedroom. This relates. We're taking charge here. We may feel a stronger pull physically to the partner that we have than we've ever felt before. That's what they're giving me as well. And we are very much, because they're showing me those the Rams, the Aries, very much taking on that energy as we go forward. We're not going to be abused tomorrow. We're not going to be. So we may have some healing here, but in the same sense, the Emperor really is. He kind of knows where he's coming from. He's willing to speak out, and he's willing to take charge and delegate and all of that stuff. So I feel like that's where he was lacking before. So this is the flip. This is what's going on. And so in his outer world, he's going to ask for what he wants. In the bedroom, he's going to do the same, where he may not have done it in the past. Now he's going to do it. And what do you know? He may get what he wants, right? So on top of that energy, again, learning to step into that Emperor energy that's always been there, but just silent. Three of Pentacles. Now, this is why, because we work together to achieve things. We feel the partner that we've got now, or we're going to gain, we feel we can work quite easily with them. They're willing to work with us. They're opening up. We may have had a silent partner in the past, and we become silent because in just a lot of silence. So nothing's being communicated. There's no sense of cooperation, And I'm getting the opposite here. I get very much equal communication, equal balance, wanting the best for the other partner. And yeah, it's just a new frontier for these people in a relationship. Now, this new partner that comes in is very vocal, very open, very honest, very blunt. And even though that's kind of harsh for the Emperor to take at first, I feel like they're just glad there's cooperation here, that we can work together to get things accomplished. And I think that they do quite highly. Now, on this energy off the side here, somebody off the side, an ex or something, is for some reason they're showing their energy there. We have Judgment. You know what that says to me? I'm like, why do you even put him here? Well, because this is something that wants to come back from someone's past. So we may have an ex wanting to revive the relationship when we're meeting with this new partner. Okay, could be your ex wanting to revive. And if it's your ex, I feel that very much the energy is no, and they're just trying to kind of, like a kid that doesn't get his way, he's going to create a scene, or that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like, I'm not happy I didn't get my way, stomping the feet, just letting it be known. But the Virgo is not going to cave. Now, if it's on the other side of the Virgo, feel like they're going, we may have problems. They're going continue. Okay. The last of the Casanova cards on the Emperor. Again, that's that energy that the Virgo is coming forth with. Again, I'm getting masculine, but feminine. Either way, we are going to take more charge of our happiness, and we are going to be more outspoken, more deliberate in how we go forward in this new relationship. Now, on top of that, we get the 9 again, adult here. 9 of Swords. Now, this is, yeah, see this, yeah, go back in energy. But remember I had the Devil card out here earlier. Can we find that, please? This is the Devil card, basically. It's not, but Emperor, right? Taking charge, what happens here? Again, I was talking about that energy that the Virgos got here. I want things to go a certain way, a certain This is my MO. While the 9 of Swords is about, okay, I'll just start. This is one of the maids that Casanova fell in love with. Now, she had a lot more feelings for him than he had for her, but he indulged nonetheless. Okay, and she always thought highly of him, and always kept a pure heart, though, he's Casanova, so he's kind of not pure, right? Though he kind of took advantage of her, but he still cared for her quite deeply. So there's something about this energy here. Okay. Now, I'm getting a sense the Virgo may be looking at a partner this way, or partner may be looking at Virgo. Somewhere this scenario is going to fit. Because I'm getting a sense of overwhelming, like taking advantage of a situation here. No, I don't know. We'll move forward. The Three of Pentacles is about cooperation. I feel like that's with this new partner. What do we get there? Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's about the possibility here. So this is possibility for great enjoyment, right? I mean, we had the O card. Where is it? We had the O card. So there's absolutely a possibility. This may be our past love here. Just give me a minute. Yeah, that's what it is. Past love, future love. Future love, we have the ability here to have great emotional fulfillment. In the past, it's almost like someone took advantage of a situation. It may be over, how you say, may have been like a soulmate or some kind of karmically we needed to figure things out, but karma was done a long time ago and we just never left. This is about someone taking advantage of someone else. Even though we shared feelings and whatnot, one cared more than the other. Okay, so wherever you fit, and they just stayed too long and da da da. Now again, this is our going forward, the new energy here, the one that we can work together with a high yeah, they're going ecstasy. This is where this fits. A high pleasure principle here of being, check that off. Yeah, physical side, all good, all clear. It's maybe to a degree that we've not felt. Okay, now on top of the Judgment, again, this could be on either side. It could be on both when you guys get together. We have the 10, the wheel. Wow. This talks about looping energy. So we may have an opportunity to go back to, we may be playing both fields here. This is a 9 and this is a 10. Oh, I'd like to pull another card, but it's not in it this week. So the sense here is we have, again, I'm getting, this is the old partner. Like we had feelings for them, but they waned and somebody had more feelings than the other and it just ended up. This is the new direction, is very highly fulfilling in the bedroom. Sexually, it's fulfilling. The wheel, the X there with the spinning, spiraling. We may, one or the other in this couple, okay, he may go back, she may go, whoever, may go back to a partner and loop. Go back to that jealous partner and yeah, but there's something faded here about, man, they're just laying it there. That's it. That's all, folks. Judgment is about resurrecting something that we had put to bed. Not in a good way. Something we had ended and bringing that back to life. Could be a relationship that we ended and bringing it back to life. Yeah. So there is a decision of two ways of being. And again, one is highly sexually motivated. The other one is indulged in nonetheless, but one person clearly having more feelings than the other, and no future is what they're giving me. There's no future. In one of the person feels there's no future or exhibits that or whatnot. So the surrender card. Yeah, this is Virgo. Oh. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen and then let go of the results. Holding too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. That's dicey, man. Yeah, there's some kind of energy here. And again, sea otter is about transformation that needs to happen. I feel, yeah, interesting week for the Virgo. maybe coming across a tipping point, right? The Two of Pentacles, juggling left to right. Where do I go? And what, what drives me in what area? So that's your reading. Whew, hopefully that helps you somehow go forward. Okay. Capricorn 129.55. Okay. Capricorn, first card, spiritual, 6 of air. 6 air? 4 of air. Look at it backwards. Okay. This is about mental mechanics, all the stuff that's going on in the brain. We are making connections, is what they said. We're connecting things. We're starting to dot connecting, right? They call it. Realizing why stuff has been happening, realizing some of the loops and patterns that we've had in our past, whatnot. We're putting it all together. They're kind of showing me his eyes like goggles, like we're nerding out on all this information and putting it all together. So may have had some high realization epiphanies at this time. Next card is the Ace of Fire. Beginning stages of where to take action. I feel like that's what we're thinking about, where we're going to act, where we're going to, and they're showing me these little lines in here, and there's a whole bunch of little, give me a minute. They're showing me it shorts out. It's like we're making so many connections here to so many things that we've been through, lessons we've learned that we've not realized we've learned from our past up to now. Like epiphanies are coming hard and fast, and we're trying to put everything together in order to figure out which way. I think we figured out a way. It's just, how are we going to take action in that way? And this is where things are misfiring. This is where the havoc sits. It's like we're really thinking hard about what to do and how to do it. And this is okay, next card, 12, the Counselor. They do want me to read this. Where did I put that book? Give me a minute here. I should prepare for this. Is it in here? No. I did have it out, didn't I? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Counselor. I'm going to be a librarian and read. Yeah, intuitively. This is a female energy here. They want me to take note of that. We may have a female person prominent in our life at this time that is giving us good counsel, is what they're saying. Not only counsel, but about how to take action, what we need to do, and how we need to do it. They're going, what? Well, then that's not good. They're going not for our highest good, though. But they are giving good logical counsel. But again, what are we looking? Oh, boy. Okay. The Counselor. Again, yeah, it's because they're making the notice here. We can get good grounded information from someone, but it may not be the information for us. But it may be the most logical way. But we have to take our heart into account. Until we do this, we're just not going to gain success. What is the outcome here? What do we want the outcome to be? We have to know that first. That's what they're saying. Okay, again, 12. Alrighty. Counselor. Keywords: empathetic, wise, objective advice, trustworthy, emotional understanding, clarity, sharing. Questions and mixed emotions. I think that sums it right up. Look beyond the words into emotions. And I was getting that strongly. And it may be that we're trying to, within ourselves, that's just lacking. We need the counselor. We need the emotional side to balance things out, because we're very mental oriented, and we got, things are flitting out because they're showing me the energy just popping, because we're making connections. Oh, this is why this happened, that why that happened, and they're kind of ecstatic and all that, but they're all up in their logic. This is about emotional states. Okay, I'm going to read here. Counselor of Water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. She or he is someone who is trusted, caring, compassionate, and who will listen actively, only interrupting the flow to ask a question when there is a need. Once the tale is told, the counselor offers her thoughts in an objective manner. Her role is not to give instruction, but to present alternatives and insight that will help the seeker understand the thoughts and feelings that may be clouding their judgment. This is really my focus and my perspective when I do these readings. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I want to give you the scenario so that you see from the higher perspective, from their perspective, what do I have to work with here? Because these are my options. So then you see the path more clearly. She's an empathetic person, skilled at stepping outside of herself to look through the eyes of others. She never judges and offers only compassion and the opportunity to understand the emotions at play. By asking the right questions, she helps people to come to their own conclusions about what feels right for them and how to proceed from that point. When she appears, she symbolizes a need to be empathetic and objective when dealing with emotionally complex situations. And I feel like the word complex, that's where we're flitting out. I think our mind is going off, and then it gets too complex and we don't know where to go from there. If you can, look beyond the words being spoken to see the emotions behind. If you cannot, the counselor asks that you seek out the wisdom of someone who can. So if you're too emotionally invested, you need to balance that out. And if you're not enough emotionally invested, you need to seek that out. So this is what's going on. Okay, now on top of all this mental work going on for the Capricorn, what do we get? Follow the moon. What do you know? That's about your emotion. The moon is the emotions, the water is flowing, and look at how she's looking like, are you going to help me or hinder me, right? So I feel to a certain degree some of these Capricorns are afraid of the emotional center, but they know they got to deal with it, so they're trying to invite that in, is what I'm getting, or they're being guided to anyway. Okay? Next, on the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Okay, the Ace of Wands, we have see the signs. So there may be signs directing us intuitively, spiritually, clairvoyantly, instinctively. We need to see those signs and act from them. That's where we need to act from those. Take action from the signs that you see outside of yourself. The counselor, what do we get on her? Surrender to the flow. Flow, what? Your emotions. Yeah, I feel like stubbornness, like this, going back to this dude here, I feel like a stubbornness, a rigidity with our emotional field. That's what I feel like. To just flow with it. Don't be so rigid with, it's got to be this way or this way, black or white, in a way, right? Letting that heart in and letting it, yeah. There are signs here, though, pointing us in the direction. I think we may not like what we're seeing, is the sense I'm getting. Okay, on top of go with the flow, we have loyalty. Do we have a problem seeing where our loyalties lie? Because they're going, we just need to go to where our loyalty wants to sit. We have a high sense of who may have been loyal to us, and we have a high sense of where we see that loyalty can sit for us as well to come back. This is what I feel. 33 is highly guided as well. Loyalty, yeah. There's a sense that this Capricorn is looking like I can trust that person, and I want to put my loyalty there, and that's where I'm going to go. So they're supporting that idea. Again, see the signs, right? Is on top of where we need to act. We're feeling like we don't know where to go, but they're going. There's signs being broadcast in mental, emotional, physical, even in your outside universe on Broadway. How do you say Broadway signs? On billboard signs. High Priestess of Water. Look at all that water wanting to rush in here. We are just deprived. We are absolutely parched. We have not enough emotion in our lives. We may not know where to come from this. And they're showing me this dude again, right? All up in his goggles, doing the right logical thing. But we got to infuse more water here in order to be completely balanced in, or feel more balanced in the decisions. We got to bring our emotions forward. Again, I'm going to put that moon back there until High Priestess of Water wants you to take note of your feelings, and that will even get you to a higher degree connected to those signs. May not feel emotional, so therefore we just avoid anything that brings out emotions in us, and these are the things that are trying to guide us. So we're just kind of feeling lost because we're shutting everything out on a certain degree. Now go with the flow. We got summon energy. So there's a sense here of needing or wanting to manifest things. Now it's interesting to me, we're manifesting away from our emotional center. They're going for a highest good. Not going to do it. But we can do this. It won't be long till we find out that this is not going to work for us. So it's your choice either way, right? Okay, as we go on the emotional center there, we get the Queen of Swords, yes. And that's the energy I feel like the Capricorn is encompassed. Off with their heads, and if you don't come to me straight on with full logic and things that make sense to me, you're out of here. She does not have a high heart to come from unless you come at her with truth, dignity, and clarity. You will not get no further, right? So there's a sense here of cutting all of that away in order to make decisions. Again, highly with that guy up in his head. We are logical, take pride in that. And at this point, we're not going to give anything until, you prove your worth to us to a higher degree there. But I feel like this may not be getting us anywhere, may not be getting us any options. Okay, on top of the High Priestess of Water, we get the Hangman. Something here is in limbo. Something here needs to be looked at differently. I feel like it's this rigid stance. Again, the logic. Yes, we can make the right decision from logic, but will we be happy with that decision in our heart? They're going, this we do not think from enough to understand, right? So there's a translation here. We're going to be missing something if we don't infuse our heart. And it is the happiness, pure happiness, not just contentment. We can get contentment with logic, but with logic and heart, we can get happiness and fulfillment. That sounds better. Now, on top of summoning energy, we have the Eight of Cups. We are trying to make our wishes and dreams come true. Again, without our heart involved, it's going to be hard. We need to look at things differently. So that's where we're sitting. Are we going to get any more cards? No. So that's the energy. I'm going to leave those three up, though, because I feel like they're pivotal here. Just hold on. We're very much in a no shit kind of mode here as we move forward, trying to manifest either a partner, job, whatever it is something to make our dreams come true, but we're missing something in the meantime. We need to look at things differently. The way we're going, we're not gonna get the happy that we think we're gonna get, is a sense. We got to look at something here. Now on the Queen of Swords, we get a feminine energy of self-love. This is what's maybe missing, lacking, or need work. Queen of Swords. Because this comes from an energy. I know I kind of put the pissy card on her. This comes from an energy of, we have been through the mill and we've had it all, heard it all, whatever. So we're not putting up with any garbage. I feel like the self-love will soften that barrier, right? It softens things to a degree where we don't take everything so seriously. We don't, because I'm getting like a rigid stance here. We kind of need to loosen up, go with the flow, right? This is what I'm getting. So self-love will help with that. And it may also make us look at things differently because we may not be taking things completely in the right format. On top of the Hanged Man, we get another female card. Self-esteem. Wow. So this is about self-work, really. Needing to go there, do that, see this, is where we are, need to be topped up in order to make our wishes come true. What happens? We get the masculine talking about war. Ooh, okay. This is where it all falls apart here, because our self-work may not be indulged in here. We do not feel it is important at this time to look at ourselves. We're looking outside of ourselves at things, and it may be all the negative traits that are going on, trying to, pushing, they're going, everything's getting pushed aside, or self-love, self-worth is pushed aside in order to focus on the negative. Focus on those things that are creating negative vibes, and we're going to deal with that first, because we don't want to deal with this. And not seeing the importance, really, of self-work. And we got to reverse that. We got to do the self-work and let the war go. Because though those are in red, going in a fighting mode to your dreams, not gonna, it's almost like this person feels like they gotta fight to make their dreams come true. And they're like, if we look at it from a different perspective, that is absolutely not the case. We can flip this around. It'd be very easy. But why are we fighting where there's no need to fight? This is, again, a need to focus on self here in order to figure that out. But Capricorn not seeing the worth in that, they're going to fight because that's what comes naturally. Okay. As we flip into the sex side, we're going to get a fortune card here. What do we have? We have goals, progress, positive, personal goals will be achieved. So that's where the war comes in. We may have some goals here, lofty, quite lofty, but nonetheless, it's Capricorn is like, I don't care. I'm the top of the mountain, man, and I'm going to go there, and he will get there. But there's a better way than to fight your way to the top. Why don't we commingle with those on the way to the top, is the sense I'm getting here, but we want to fight. Okay, well, self-esteem. What do we get there? Planetary card, we get the eclipse in Libra. It's talking about rebalancing. We may need to rebalance some things in our self-esteem area. I feel like our self-esteem needs to be topped up here to a high degree. We have to have confidence in ourselves and our direction. And because it's like jealousy and competitive nature comes out here, and that has nothing to do with nothing. But those are symptoms of a lack of these things like self-esteem and self-worth and self-love. Those are symptoms of a lack of it. So if we go inside and we deal with these issues, all those things fall away. We don't have the competition. We don't have the jealousies. We don't have. So reevaluate relationships, justice and fair play. This is what we need to look at things differently, right? This is what we need to look at differently. Rebalance. 3 and 1 is 4. Eclipse in Libra, that is a stop and start energy. So it may be hard for you to completely embrace this energy of keeping things balanced. I feel like Capricorn, again, used to, it's like that Aries fighting nature. It's in their nature to fight and make people competitors. They're going, no, all we have to do is stand by in friendship and in we don't have to make enemies out of people that we could make friendships with. There needs to be a rebalance here, and there also needs to be a focus inward to completely understand this. Now the animal card. Yeah, connection, tarantula, war. This is the interesting thing, right? The war is about the fight, that the Capricorn wants to make in this area. Why? To get forward, to progress. And they're going, if we strive to beat people along the way, they're not going to help us forward. They are going to, right? We eliminate the community, and then we end up being on the top, but we're all alone. And the sense here with the tarantula is that connection. We may be locking ourselves into something that creates an immobilization. So instead of striving to the top, we actually get bogged down in mud and muck, because it gets very hard to move forward if we cannot cooperate with others, is the sense they're giving me here. Or at least create a balance and harmony within this, so that we're not tromping over people in order to strive for what we want, that everybody can have, this kind of thing. Okay, so as we move to sex side, man. First card for the Capricorn, still in the Capricorn. Power, 4 of Pentacles. That is about stability. And here they word it for power. So we may be feeling quite stable and secure in our, we haven't got to the romance cards yet, but in our sexual life, we might have a sense of power here and stability that we're working from. Next card, 2 of Wands. Domination or dominion. Dominion. Yeah. Give me a minute here. I'm going to look this up because for some reason I'm blanking out on the Dominion. What exactly that means. 2 of Wands. Dominion is like power over. I think power and dominion are very close in vibration here. Hold on. Everything under control, energy directed toward new paths, actively seeking fresh challenges. Shadow and light, yin and yang. Is that 2 of Wands? That's the same one. Yeah. Balance and integration. So I feel like we may have to keep in mind balance within this power that we strike here on a personal level. Okay. Next card is Prince of Cups. So that is about offerings. Prince comes forward. He's got a little daisy there in his hands. He wants to give to someone. So, and then the cup too, right? So there's something there, wanting to go forward to someone with some kind of loving energy. Okay, as we go into the romance cards on the power, what do we get? Ooh, we get the Devil. So this is what's going on. This is what I'm getting here. This is what's going to create stagnation for us, is this devilish energy. Now, she is chained to something here. She's chained, right? She's got all of these flowers and, feathers and whatnot here to show off. But if you look at her foot, she is chained. She can't go. She's free, right? She's just got to stay where she's at. And that's the sense I'm getting, is we have a sense of power here, but it's stagnating us to a degree. I don't know if we understand this, but nonetheless, we feel powerful in our devilish energy. Okay. So wherever that sits now, Dominion, about choosing the right path here. What do we get? We get the 6 of Pentacles. Now the 6 of Pentacles is about feeling flattered. We may have someone coming and giving us flattery, treating us to compliments quite highly. We're absorbing that quite well. We feel great and wonderful in that. So that's a reception energy. So the Capricorn's feeling very good about somebody coming toward them in a flattering kind of way. It may even be this little page right here. Now, on top of him, we get, 18, which is the moon. Now, this very much, we may have dreams of being with someone in this kind of way, or we may have someone offering us. Now, give me a moment here. We're dreaming of this person here that's giving us flattery and attention. We want to go forward in this energy. They're going, it's all mysterious energy. So it's not grounded in reality, but it could get there because we're getting flattered and there's mutual attraction here. So it's something that's working its way up, right? That's the sense they're giving me. Now, on top of the devil energy, we get 14 equilibrium. Yeah, balance, right? Needs to be struck here. We got a fine line we're walking, so keeping it in mind. I feel like the Capricorn is doing this to a high degree. The rainbow, right? Keeping it all in balance. Why? Because they know if they go too far left or too far right, they're going to get in trouble. So they're trying to stay just to the left, to the left, to the left, or to the right. They're trying to just chill. Trying to stay down the straight and narrow, but they're still diving. They're still chained to something here. Something's keeping them bound. So they're a little off to the left. Okay, but they're feeling it. But I need to balance that out again. I don't know if they can remove themselves from this at this point. On the Six of Pentacles, maybe bound to people in admiration of others. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, next card. Yeah, Eight of Swords. This is interesting. Six of Pentacles is about flattery. Will get you everywhere. And the Eight of Swords is about feeling bound. Again, we are bound no matter. Having a hard time keeping... they're now saying we do not see a balance. We cannot create a balance within this. We are having a hard time. We do not see properly. Look where they're looking away from. They're blindfolded, but they're still looking away from the balance. They're looking towards what creates their dream time here. And yeah, feeling bound. On top of the Moon card, we get the Knight of Shields. Wow, this is a Knight of Shields. And he is walking away. Now, give me a minute, because he does go very slowly. No less. Now, there's a woman here that's bound. And they're giving me a time limit here. They're going, we're bound. But at one point, we could have created a great balance. But we're having a hard time getting out unscathed, is what they're saying. And they're looking towards stability here. Now, give me a minute. We are dreaming of something that we want here. Because we had an offer, but we're like up in our head about it. So I don't know if this guy's actually in reality here. Just give me a minute. No, he is making connections in reality to some degree, but we may be in our head a little more than what reality is giving us here. Just give me a minute. But somewhere here we're bound. There's something we don't want to see, something we don't see that we need. All of it is in there. And that's it's all okay. There's something that we're not seeing. The thing that we're not seeing is something that actually is real in this relationship. There's something in this relationship that needs to be discussed or brought forth to that person that's coming forward here. I feel like a new introduction to a relationship. Okay, something needs to be dealt with there. The Capricorn is blind to this. They don't want to see it. They're not dealing with that. Because of that, because they're not dealing, they're bound. Okay, they're feeling bound. It does not create balance because they will not deal with that thing that they're not wanting to deal, and that brings it back to the chained feeling. Okay. And because of this, things slow right down to a crawl. Okay, there's stability in this direction, yes, but we're not looking at things properly in order to attain and move forward. Okay, boom, there it is. Okay, now top of the equilibrium. Then they're going. Time is passing here, and the equilibrium could have been struck in the past. It wasn't. Now, as we move forward, it's harder and harder to gain. We're not going to get, this guy's just going to keep going, and they're going to stay there. He's going to keep moving. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, on top of the equilibrium here, we have the King of Swords. Now, King of Swords is air sign. This is about a triangular situation. Somebody out of the mix here. We may have a situation where we have a partner outside of us we may be crushing on, or maybe even flattering us, but they may be in a position where they're married or otherwise taken or emotionally unavailable. Something going on here. And that may be the thing we don't want to see. We may just think, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to deal with, you know what I mean? Maybe someone, yeah, otherwise attached, that we don't want to see that. We don't want to look at that. We're just dealing with the person and feeling great and flattered because of what they give us, but not wanting to deal with the fact that they may be married. Okay. Now, next is the Five of Wands. On top of this energy of, fear and anxiety, that's about looking at others, admiring others' relationships, wanting. He is, I don't know if he's like the butler or whatever. He's looking outside. He's like, boy, I wish I had that. I wish I had a, sexual experience that I could enjoy out in the woods like that. That's what he's thinking. And this is what we're feeling bound to. We can't gain it. Why? Because we're hung up. We may be hung up on a married person and not, or someone that's unavailable to us in some kind of way, that's not going to free it. So we're bound to that because we're stuck on this person that we can't have. Okay. Now, on this energy that's very slowly moving to the future, we get the Eight of Pentacles. Well, isn't that interesting? Because that's about an offer someone's giving and just kind of, I don't want to say rejection, but it's certainly passed over. We're just not getting any action in the bedroom. We may even have a partner here. This is weird. Give me a minute. Because I'm getting a sense here of someone being flattered by someone that may be even married or someone like otherwise engaged, okay? And we're getting all up in our head and fluffy about it, but we're bound because that person's taken and we can't have them, but we're still indulging in thoughts, romanticizing it, and also looking outward for physical partners in the meantime, maybe. But the partners physically are not indulging, is what I'm getting. They're not coming forth. This is a different energy than this. This is a man who it's got two outlets. This is someone noticing other people that are having established physical relationships. And then this is not having an outlet or not being happy with the outlet that you have, that kind of thing. Okay, so on top, to clarify, King of Swords, what do we get? Five of Cups. Yeah, so this one that's, taken or whatever, they're going to end up breaking our heart here, creating great disappointment for us, to the degree that we may not be able to see what is right in front of us. Because I feel like this may be a single person who's kind of dating, and they come across someone who's taken, and that person is taking advantage of the fact that they care for them, like kind of buttering them up, right? And then ends up breaking their heart. Why? Because we're going after a married man, or we're going after someone who's taken, or we're going after someone who we know is not going to come around, but we're still hung up on them, right? So on top of that energy of looking outward at others, being physical, we have the Page of Cups. So we may be offering our love. Oh, give me a minute. Because before I put it up there, they're going, wait for the visual. I was like, we may be offering apologies out where our apology may be coming at us. They're going, yes, this is true. But I feel like, right, they're going, not genuine. Not genuine. We may be getting played with here to a high degree, where we get someone who is, again, taken. We may not know this, may know or not know, but they have no intention of putting in a commitment. We may get apologies that are disingenuous. Okay, and on the 8 here, what do we get? The Chariot. Yeah, moving forward. We may not have any sustenance in the physical partners that we have, but we're going to move forward quite quickly, is the sense they're giving me here. We may go through a few physical partners in the midst, is what I'm getting. We may get heartbroken here. There also may need an apology may need to be given in this scenario some kind of way. Not just to the Capricorn, but the Capricorn may need to give an apology somewhere. Okay. Now the Chariot, again, moving on quite quickly into, but it's like either unsatisfying physical, or being where there's physical availability, but we're not invested in it enough to, okay? And a lot of this happening quickly. On the Five of Cups, last line of the sex cards, we get the Six of Cups. What do you know? Someone from our past. This is about someone from our past. Now let's go back here. Is this a recurring situation where we have someone in our midst that keeps reappearing even though they are unavailable? If not, someone from our past will appear. Now on the Page of Cups, again, apologies. I did get that quite highly. Yeah, it's not connecting there anymore. We have the Eight of Coins. This is interesting. Apologies, okay, remembers the energy backing. This is about healing, emotional sickness being healed. Is that the Capricorn? Maybe. There may be someone outside of them helping them with some emotional healing. Is this a past person? I don't know. Now on the Chariot, again, moving quite quickly through physical relationships that are unsatisfying is really what I'm getting. We may be going through, because of this heartbreak, we may be going through a lot of physical relationships, but they're just not suffice. Nothing suffices, and we may be going through them quite quickly. We get the 19, which is the Sun. Moving on is highly aspected. And healing is highly aspected as well. But there's something here about a connection in the past. You know, there's great healing in this as well. Like we have, it's almost like these two are meant to meet. And there's memories that bring it. But there's healing that needs to happen, and the sun will shine. Now, somewhere we may get healing. But I feel like, you know, oddly enough, I feel like it's with this person somehow. Now, it may just be, right, because we had this person that, this person that's connected somehow, some way. Somehow I feel like there needs to be healing there. Now, that doesn't mean going back and starting, because I feel like there's a reason this person does not fit properly. Like, we have a wife, yeah, we have a wife, we have to honor that wife, right? Or whatever. But there's a need for healing or a need for an apology here somewhere in the mix in order to heal, to move forward properly. Because if we don't heal, then everything's just going to be unsatisfying. That's the sense I get. Somebody owes someone an apology or deserves an apology or something. Yeah, because it's very upsetting, but it has to do with either, it may be a karmic payback. I hate saying that, but something about this relationship where people going is not quite done. There's stuff that needs to be mended here. Okay, and that's highly aspected that they mend these things before they move forward. Okay, surrender card. Procrastination, surrender procrastinating. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Start walking up the stairs. Give me a minute. They want me to go back to one of the energy cards here. Yeah, the War, right? Was it? No, it wasn't that. I think what needs to be kept in mind here is yeah, it's almost like they're telling the Capricorn, you're okay. What they're really going is the self-love and the self esteem needs to be looked at first and foremost. There is a new way that we need to think of things here in order to make progress, make our wishes come true. Absolutely. The way we are going at this point, and they're going, we are in procrastination energy at the present, by the way. Now, the way we're going, this is what's happening. We're just getting stagnant. It's slowed right down to a crawl. There's something about this card I just can't let go here. 6 of Cups. It's about past life energy. We may be hurt by this person quite frequently. Something needs to give here. Something needs to heal. I'm just going to leave it at that. If this apology is made, they're going, look what card's underneath it, the sunshine. So somewhere there's somebody deserves apology, needs to get an apology, whatever. Something needs to happen that way. And it may be someone that we have a high connection to. But right now there's stagnant energy, and they're going, don't procrastinate, because this will get us to our goals here. Take action, and this will attain success, period. Okay? But not in a war energy. So that is the earth signs. Holy llama. Took me a while to get this out. So yeah, next week we'll lower it down. We'll go in the, they were channeling me something here during when I was actually doing supper, and I was like, wait a minute, I got to write that down. So we'll be going into love again here next week, but I think I'm going to take a week and then let the energies play out, because I'm ahead of the energy field here. Some of these energies taking 2-3 weeks to play out. So I'm going to give it a rest. But if you're attached to the Infinity Room, I'll be doing some pick a card readings next week, early next week, in a different way. So I'll be surprised. And then I'll get back into the flow of the romance readings in 2 weeks out here. So take care, have fun, and be kind. And try and keep your vibration high. And take care. Okay, that's it. Take care, have fun, be kind. Bye-bye.